With the holiday season here, today I answer how to stay healthy and maybe even a little fit through the holiday season. Hey guys, what up? Jeremy back again with another question. Actually better, another answer for you to help you live the dream and make a profitable living doing what you love. Today I'm pumped. I got my buddy Ryan on this camera right here for an extra angle, so I super appreciate it, Ryan. Today, what I thought would be really good is to answer a question that a lot of us need to be asking during certain times of year, which is, when we are more stressed or there's more going on, which tends to happen around the holiday season, how can we stay healthy and how can we stay balanced? Because there's a couple things that happen. Number one, you might be around a lot of people. Some of them may be sick, and colds tend to go around in the US during the winter time, which is right now. If you're watching this in December 2018, that's a time where a lot of people get sick. You're around a lot of people, you could get sick. The other part of it in the holiday season here in America is we'd like to indulge. We like to get a good treat, and when we have that constantly back to back and we aren't giving ourselves the right stuff, there can be a lot of things that become undone. And so what I want to do today is answer the question of how do you stay healthy? How do you stay healthier during the holiday season? And what are some quick tips to help you minimize anything that can happen if you do get sick or if you are overindulging? These are tips that I am wanting and that I am following. And so I thought I'd share them with you guys here today. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. The first thing I wanna address is, and this because this is so close to home, is what happens, like how can you avoid getting sick, and then what happens should you get sick or not be feeling well. So if you want to avoid getting sick, I want you to think about a couple things. And I hope right now you're in whole health, and so you can start to implement some of this. Number one is you gotta be drinking a whole ton of water. Water is extremely important. You are made up of a lot of water. I'm not gonna go into the science of this because you guys know a lot of this already. This is just a refresher for some of you. We tend to drink, if you're an adult, a lot more alcohol during the holiday seasons. We tend to drink, just things that are more syrupy and a bit more hearty, and they are things that don't really help us a ton. So if you can stay hydrated and try to minimize some of that alcohol at times and just be more cognizant of it, you are going to have better health through the winter, through the holiday season, or through times of stress. Maybe you're like me and you go to conferences or you throw conferences, or you're just, fast paced. You want to stay hydrated so you don't get down. In fact, for most people, if you are tired, needing naps and those things, or if you're constantly hungry, these are actually indicators of not being hydrated enough. And so you want to just make sure you're getting the right amount of water for your body, where you're not overdoing it and drowning yourself internally, which can happen not in like a way you die and drown, but a way you stress your body and tax your body, but that you're getting enough so that you have the energy that you need and that you are replenishing yourself throughout the holiday season. So drink a ton of water. One of the next things, and you guys have heard me ranting and raving on my channel about this most recently, that's been a huge help for me, is kind of twofold with the help of Ryan as well. One is meditating. So check out last week's episode to learn what is meditation and how to start meditating, and I'll link that up here as well. But the other thing that has been super helpful for keeping me centered and I think keeping me healthier is breathing techniques. And I'm super thankful that Ryan has brought to my attention more so something I've heard about. I have a lot of friends doing it and exploring it, which is the Wim Hof, am I saying that right? Wim Hof method? Wim Hof method for breathing. Maybe I'll have Ryan on my channel to share a little bit about what that looks like, and we can do one together, and you can have a video to always go to, and you can check out his channel to get that, which I'll link below. But it's a breathing technique that you can do that the science shows alkalizes your body. Most of our bodies are acidic. If you're drinking a lot of coffee and on the standard American diet and just not eating a lot of veggies, then chances are you are more acidic than you are alkalized, and disease breeds in the acidity. So if you can alkalize your body, whether it's through alkalized water or leafy greens and better nutrition, then you'll be better off. But you can also use breathing techniques to alkalize your body and to keep your body, to maintain it, and to maybe even improve your health during times of stress like the holiday season can kind of create, or times where there's a lot going on. We did one this morning right when Ryan got in, and I just felt infinitely better. You get hot, you vibrate, and it's an incredible feeling. And I love knowing that I can use something that I was born with to make myself healthier. There's a lot more in our control than we've normally been taught. And so doing the Wim Hof method or breathing techniques and meditating are going to bring your cortisol levels down. They're going to increase the chances that you stay healthy, that you stay more centered, that you don't get super stressed out and cause a bunch of issues in your health. Because once that stress domino goes, your health tends to go, your decision-making abilities tend to go, you end up stressed and you end up letting the people, you down, the people around you down, your family, your friends, and maybe even your peers and colleagues and things like that. So definitely look into the Wim Hof method, check out Ryan's channel, and also think about meditating during the holiday season, stepping outside for 10 to 15 minutes or even 2 minutes. It's better than none, just to send yourself, get back to breath, to clear your mind, and to get back into it. Now, let's talk a little bit about the other problems that can happen in the holiday season, especially here in America, which is we tend to overindulge from Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's, whether it's eating a big Christmas dinner or it's going out to dinner more with our friends, or it's hosting or going to events. We tend to have a lot more calories going into us, and unfortunately during the holiday season, for most people watching, those are empty calories. Those are things that are not nutritious, and these are not things that you always want to be consuming. Holiday is a special time of year. So I do want to preface this by saying, indulge and enjoy, especially if you follow this tip. And that is something that we've talked about here on this channel for about 2 years now. This is something that has changed my life, and that is intermittent fasting. You're probably familiar with fasting, which means you just don't eat or you forego certain things. For some people, it's just water is all they have during a fast. I typically have water and coffee while I'm fasting, but some people wouldn't call that an actual fast. That's fine. But for you are going to be having more calories in your body during holiday dinners and during this holiday time. You're gonna have more alcohol, just more things like that. And something that I have taken into consideration is how can I ensure that I can continue to stay at a lower body fat and maybe even continue to release and lose body fat and lower body fat during these times. And intermittent fasting is one of those solutions that is an 80-20 thing. The Pareto principle is magical in this sense, because what happens is you delay your first meal back in your day. So maybe your first meal is that big Christmas dinner or that big Thanksgiving dinner or that big New Year's feast or all of the snacks. Well, if you have fasted throughout the day, you need calories. And if you have this deficit of calories that most people have already eaten breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner at this point. And when you do this, you get all these cognitive benefits, mental clarity, you get insulin benefits, you get all these other things. I'll let you look into the science. I'll put some resources below for the things I look at for this. What also ends up happening is you will release and burn body fat during this time. And so that when you go to actually eat and indulge, because you haven't indulged for breakfast and you haven't indulged for lunch, you now have more room to enjoy it. And this has really improved the quality of my life. In my opinion, I love the lifestyle because I can eat what I want. Yesterday, I went to Yard House and I had 2 orders of Gardein chicken strips with fries because I had not eaten all day, and that was the only food I had all day, and that was at 5 or 6 o'clock. So because I was fasted, I had all this room, I could sit down, enjoy what I'm wanting, eat a big hearty meal, and I'm still burning fat. I'm still lowering my body fat percentage. My insulin has been regulated. I was able to focus more because I wasn't digesting all day and putting food in my body all day, which takes a lot of time. So consider intermittent fasting, at least during the days where you're gonna have a higher calorie consumption, or consider intermittent fasting as a lifestyle choice for you, as something to try out, because in my opinion, it's increased my joy in life. It's allowed for me to get and stay leaner, and I'm still even getting leaner. I'm fasted right now. I've worked out. I've had almost a full day already, and I'm fasted. So I'm getting a little hungry. I'll have some more water. I'll have some more coffee, and then I'll eat a nice big meal or 2 towards the end of my day. So intermittent fasting is one of those things that can ensure that you don't put on a bunch of extra pounds during the holiday season, that you don't go into a diabetic coma from all the sugar you're constantly putting in your body, and can actually help you in many ways. Intermittent fasting is one of the most important tips in doing this. Now, the other side to thinking about what is actually on the plate, even if you are intermittent fasting, it can be easy to not get all the nutrients that your body actually needs and wants. So you need to be listening to your body. That's not the tip here, but what you do need to do is you need to look at the plates you're eating and try to just incorporate some more leafy greens. A lot of us aren't eating enough vegetables. I'm probably just as guilty as that, and I'm on a plant-based diet. So you gotta find ways to get more veggies in. Sometimes for me, before I'm actually gonna eat the junk food, I'll eat like a handful of spinach from a bag or a handful of greens, and I just get it into my body and I get over it, and I just get it done with. so that I can get on to enjoying the other things. But you gotta find ways. Maybe it's a protein shake. Maybe it's a powder. Maybe it's, I'll put some resources for some things that I do. If nothing else, find ways to just get some more veggies on that plate. And I know that your health will stay in better shape and you'll feel better because of it. So that's it for this week's episode of @whatupjeremy. Thank you so much for watching. If you have never met me before, it is great to meet you and great to know you. And if you like this video, then I'll think you'll like what I put up here Monday through Friday, because I post videos to help you to live the dream and make a profitable living doing what you love. Basically looking at your life and who you are and your personality, monetizing the different parts so that you can be time free, so that you can do what you want in the world, so you can fulfill on your purpose, find your purpose, and just live the life that you're wanting to live. So if that sounds like you or a friend, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video if you did like it. Now I want to hear from you. In past holidays, how has it been? Are you ready to make a little bit of a shift? Or which of these tips resonated the most with you? And maybe which are you most excited to implement, or which are you going to implement to try to make this holiday season one where you don't pack on a bunch of pounds and that your mental, your relationship with yourself continues to stay better because you're making better decisions that are better for your body and hopefully will last, make your body and your energy here on earth last a bit longer and help you to enjoy it a little bit more. If you like this video, head to whatupjeremy.com/subscribe. This is where I send to my VIPs exclusive resources, ideas, courses, and I also do giveaways of things like best self journals, the books that I'm loving and reading, and even things like merch here very soon. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Wishing you a happy holiday season. Cheers.